is Deputy F. Apasing from Apasing team that we will disagree about the motion that this House would eliminate age restriction for marriage. Okay, so I will deliver about some effect or some impact from early marriage. Okay, so deputy deputy prime minister said that early marriage can achieve happiness in marriage and not identity first. But in fact, it is quoted from the journal The Impact of Early Marriage on Divorce in Indonesia that divorce cases on the whole Court of Religion Indonesia all years 2011 has a pretty high number. Number of couples proposed divorce roughly the same, 340.6 and 15 varying degrees cases. Comparisons in years 2013 and 2014 experience 10% increase in wrong. One factor is early marriage. Divorce is a lot happen to that young couple. The wedding age is less than 10 years. So furthermore, the impact of young marriage can teenagers' psychology ambitious. According to Riya 1999, the effect of kept early marriage are on mental health in which teenagers are anxious, stressed, and depressed. Anxiety is a condition where one feels depressed or even panicked. Anxiety referred to in an early marriage is sentiment mixed with fear and within fear and anxiety in dealing with issues that arise within the family. Wives who engage in premature marriage are particularly vulnerable to anxiety because they are fulfilling a new role as young parents. This is because, for the most part, adults hence have not been able to control their emotions completely. Generally, problems in the home are common to women. It is because women use feelings more and show emotional signs such as anxiety, fear, confusion, discouragement, and stress. A wife who engages in early marriage will experience problem that causes anxiety because of youth and imbalanced thinking will affect problem solving. This will affect both the aspects of personal and external life because of the lack of preparation for leaving a home that is affected by short-term thinking. Based on a study conducted by Suyani and Hidayanti 2020 with 115 people and 30 had an early marriage, it shows that the age characteristics are not the most anxious age of 90 and 20 years 19 and 20 years of 13.3% and 19 years of age constitute the most worrisome age of 16.67%. According to researchers, the level of anxiety that a wife who engages early in marriage is affected by age. As she becomes old enough and the level of maturity and power of the mind will mature. Individuals who have disabilities over 21 years of age are more likely to experience anxiety because of greater adaptability to anxiety than teenagers' age. In married life are subject to problems. One major case is immature couples. This immature factor is more evident in couples engaging in early marriage. An overly young marriage invites unanticipate problems because it has immature psychological aspects such as anxiety and stress. Okay, so premature marriage can affect the level of teen stress. Rahma's research 2014, it ready entry into married life is an indicator of stress vulnerability. A special study in 2010 mentions young women who got married prematurely experience moderate stress. A relatively young age makes total immature thinking required for marriage. They feel stressed when they must have a family and become parents at a relatively young age. Young mothers tend to stress easily. According to Rahayu Research et al. 2012 mentions that the higher the readiness for marriage, the lower stress level was faced. The feeling of power of a person who has the confidence to cope with stress is a major factor in determining the severity of stress. Okay, and an overly young marriage can also lead the neuritis, depressions through the ongoing process of disappointment and overcrowding feelings. Not only that, early marriage can impact for reproductive health. Cite from the journal the effect of premature marriage on reproductive health state that both the reproductive health and the physical maturity of a young girl are at risk when carrying a child. The possibility of a disability in a child or a mother dies in childbirth or of other significant risks to a premature marriage occurs. Also, a woman's delicate cervix and be at risk if it's forced to become pregnant. It can be anemia during pregnancy and give birth. We will disagree about early marriage. That because it can gives impact for especially the wife or teenager's wife, because it can influence for mental health like stress, anxiety, anxious or depressed, and the and it can influence for the reproductive health. Thank you.